Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat Podcast. It's episode 41. We're fast approaching 50 now. Very exciting time for the channel.
Yeah.
We're going to finish up our alphabet today, and then we'll run through all like the Prem news and stuff. So if you haven't checked out the other 5 episodes of the alphabet, you might want to do that, or this first part isn't going to make any sense. Sense to you. So yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, you just got to scroll through. If you're on YouTube, go through, find the podcast apps. You only need to watch like the first 10 minutes to understand what the alphabet concept is. I mean, you can kind of just listen in if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And if you want to skip through, though, to the bit where we discuss stuff like the Champions League final and the playoff final and all that kind of stuff and transfer rumours, then just skip to like 10, 20 minutes, something like that. And you should find that. So, yeah, if that's what you're looking for, make sure to go through that. But yes, onto our alphabet then.
Yeah.
I've still got one to fill in, but I think I know who I'm going to go for.
Shall I start? I'll start then immediately. Fill that in. So obviously the first letter of today is U, and I have gone for...
Just before you obviously go into the letters, the rules behind this are it's got to be it's a surname for the letter of the alphabet, obviously.
And it's the club that they are at now. For example, my U is Cengiz. I've already used my Roma player, so it's only one. It's one player per club. I've already used my Roma player, but at the moment, Cengiz is on loan at Marseille, so he counts as a Marseille player.
Yeah.
Speaking of him, he's actually decent. He's a very, very good season in Ligue 1. In terms of his actual career, it's been a bit up and down. Obviously, he's been at Roma for most of it since July 2017. He then got the loan move last year in 2020 to Leicester, where 19 games, 2 goals. Didn't really do well there. Struggled a bit at Leicester.
Yeah, didn't exactly get the game time we'd have wanted to develop himself.
No.
So, struggled for game time didn't really help.
This year, going to Marseille on loan, 47 games, 13 goals and 2 assists.
In my opinion, the French league is the best league for developing talent. If you look at some of the talent that's come from that league in recent seasons, I mean, you can look at like sort of Rafinha, Pepe, Mbappe. If you really, I mean, he hasn't like left, but equally, like those kind of talents, there's so many, there's so much talent in Ligue 1. It's massively underrated league.
Obviously now Boubacar Kamara, who we'll get into later. You notice that Le Marseille and Los Lille, they've got some really strong talents.
And Rennes, I think.
Yeah,
to
Rennes.
Exclude Rennes, yeah.
But he's had a great season at Marseille. The only thing that I have a question is, do you think next season Jose Mourinho will want him in his plans?
I think he'd be a good backup to Zaniolo.
Yeah.
I think he'd offer something else as well, because he can come on and change a game. He's got a lot more pace than Zaniolo, and also... We love Nicolo Zaniolo, but he is incredibly injury prone. That man is very brittle. Yeah. He's like a 90-year-old geezer.
Especially when there's like big clubs circling around.
We obviously watched that. We were there for the Roma Bodo Glimt game. He scored a hat-trick and then had to come off after 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Because his body was falling apart again.
Especially if they sell Zaniolo. Cengiz could be one of the men to replace him. Obviously, they'll get loads of money and probably use that to replace Zaniolo. But
that's the problem. I don't really know where Zaniolo goes, because he's too injury prone for it to be for 100 mil to be a good. Like, there's no club out there that could risk 100 mil like that. Yeah. Really,
that's the thing. I think he would be a very good backup option, because you look at the last 2020 in 2019 and 2020, Zaniolo broke. His
torn his
ACL twice in 2 years. It's the first year he hasn't.
Yeah, then he still had a horrific amount of injuries.
Yeah,
I think he'd play a Rodrigo role as well. He'd have that impact coming off the bench. Yeah, he does just offer something different to Zaniolo.
But it says about his impact. Obviously for Marseille, he's played over 2,000 minutes, but he's massively outperformed his XG, and I mean he's been exceptional. Cutting in from the right onto his left foot, most of his goals. And I think he's had a very good season at Marseille.
Right, onto my U then. And most, like when I was looking through some options in my head and doing a bit of research, there's a plentiful supply of U's. You've got Upamecano, Ulreich, Titi. But the problem is, I've used my Barcelona and I've used my Bayern Munich. cards.
Yeah.
So I've had to go for a Porto midfielder by the name of Matthias Uribe. I'll be honest, I think I've seen this bloke play once. He was alright. I've seen him on FIFA. Other than that, I ain't got a clue. But he does start with U. Porto, they've probably won stuff, haven't they? Oh, they won the league this season, so good job to Uribe.
How many games did he play?
Techie
Give us some
baller.
stats. Go on,
I'll get some stats out of him. I'm just going to see. I think he won it the season before last as well. He's probably got a few trophies then. Yeah, been there since 2019.
Yeah.
He's played 25 games this season, got a goal, got
few,
2
yeah.
assists, 6 yellows. He's got a red card as well. He got the same amount of yellows and reds as he did last season. So he's a very reckless geezer
Right.
by the looks of it. He played more games last season though, so he's got more reckless per game. But he's got a much better star rating, 7.56 average football rating. Bloke's ripping up in the Portuguese league at 31 years of age. I'll have a little look at his Champions League stats. Yeah, he did shit all. He got 3 yellows in 4 games. Bloody hell. He's just run around kicking people for a laugh.
I know why you've included this in the advert of the world's best players.
Yep, he's quality.
Do you want to move quickly on to my V?
No, I'm enjoying this little look
no,
at Matthias Uribe's life. He looks alright.
Bit old, 31 years of age.
Yeah, but he's had a good career. He's won a few championships. He scored 5 goals for Colombia.
Has he won anything with Colombia?
No, they no.
They don't
But you
really.
never know. They could win the World Cup this year. Are they in it?
They could. They are.
There we go. That's what's going to happen, right? A great inclusion there at you. Who have you got
On to V.
in at V?
This was an obvious one for me. I haven't used my Juventus card yet, so I went for the man who's been tearing it up in the Serie A, Dusan Vlahovic. I think it's fair to say, start of the season at Fiorentina, he was unstoppable. He was in mental form, scoring goal after goal after goal. And then in January, he gets the big move to Juventus, and it doesn't quite click. I mean, he joined Fiorentina in 2018. He played 108 games, scoring 49 goals. I mean, that's very good. That is very good. And Juventus, I mean, 21 games, 9 goals is still quite good.
It's all right, but yeah, not exactly what you'd expect from a player of his calibre.
I mean,
if you think about Haaland's step up from Salzburg to Dortmund, he's matched. He's got more goals than he has games for Dortmund, I believe.
But numbers-wise, so last season, so the 2020-21 season, Vlahovic played 37 games, got 21 goals and 3 assists.
Haaland was just short of it. 89 games, 86 goals. But I think that does represent a difference, though, between world-class talent and good talent. Like, not doubting he's a good player, Vlahovic, but he's not in the Haaland.
I think
he
got more of his stay at Villarreal, but yeah, so this season, 36...
Sure. Fiorentina.
Fiorentina, yeah.
Not Villarreal.
This season...
He would fit the system, to be fair. He'd probably get a fair few.
But this season, it's 36 games, 24 goals. I mean, that is still mental. He's only not scored. I mean, he started 33 of them, so he's not scored in 9 starts.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. 7.27 average rating.
Is he outperforming his XG?
Yes, his XG is 19.09.
So you could almost argue that he's not... Well, I guess at Fiorentina he wasn't getting the chances. He wasn't getting many chances. He was just putting away what he was given. So yeah, that makes sense. I'd be interested to see how he performs in relevance to his XG next season, especially with Chiesa back in the side.
Definitely a full season.
Because it could go one of two ways. Either Chiesa will become the main man and he'll be scoring a lot of goals, or Chiesa will become vital in providing assists for Vlahovic. Yeah. Right, can I go on to my V? Then I've got someone who also resides in the Serie A, but he plays for Inter Milan. I've gone for Stefan Devry. Now, before you come at me saying this is like a D or something, I have checked this on a few Dutch forums. Players like Van Dijk and Devry, it's actually the second part. Like the first little, the dirt and the van, they're like, I can't remember how it's described, but they're like middle names or something. Not middle names, but that's what they're pretty much are. So it's Vry or Dyke is the surname. So Stefan Devry, I'd say he's one of the most underrated centre-halves of the last, sort of decade. Well, not decade, but 5 years especially.
Yeah.
Because he's having he's had a very good, very solid career, but he's only ever been in the Serie A. Where, to be fair, the Serie A is the home of defenders, pretty much. You think about the illustrious list of defenders in the past that have exclusively played Serie A. So, not horrific. He did play in the Dutch league as well, of course. But he's had a very good season. Inter came second in the league. Devry with an average football rating of 7.04. So, not a stunning season, but a pretty decent season. When you consider last season, he got a 6.95 and they won the thing. Interesting to see. Yeah. But I guess if you've got less to do when you win the league, you're probably going to get a lower rating. But he's been improving every season since joining Inter. 4 years at the club now. I just don't see where he kind of goes other than I think he'll just be there for another 5 years.
I think Inter will still be up there.
Then maybe go back to the Dutch league. Yeah, he's 30 now, Devry, which is kind of young. I thought he'd be older than that. But yeah, he's been around a while.
At least in the top league.
At the top level, yeah. Especially Serie A, where you can kind of... Yeah. I mean, Pirlo was still kicking about at 40. Fucking Buffon, he's still kicking about at 43. Yeah, but still,
43.
He's got to get up every morning at 6 a.m. At 43, I will not move.
Oh, right, you're going to have a terrible life then. Just give up at 40.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of at 40, I want to be just kind of waltzing about.
Right.
Right, do you want to move on to your W?
So W, I've gone for Inaki Williams. Hasn't had he's not the greatest player though. He's very okay. I mean,
I got his card on FIFA at the start of the year.
Yeah,
he's decent.
He's been at Bilbao for ages. He's played 340 games for them, 74 goals. I mean, it's all right. It's not great. But one of the big reasons I picked him is because I saw this stat. Inaki Williams has not missed a La Liga game in 6 years.
That was what the card was for. Record breaker. Most consecutive matches played. Very good. Yeah.
I don't know if that's luck that he just doesn't get injured.
Also, Bilbao's lack of players, considering they can't buy anyone that doesn't originate from the Basque region. It does help then. If you are Basque, you're probably going to get a shout.
But the fact he hasn't been injured and he's played every single game for 6 years is crazy.
I mean, if you're like Project Mbappe, that is exactly where you wanna play, isn't where you wanna live in the Basque region, because you're guaranteed pretty much to play for Bilbao if you really try at football.
I mean, this season hasn't been great. 38 games, 8 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah, but at least he's played every game.
Yeah, not been a great season for him.
No, what about the season before last?
Again, similar numbers. I mean, Bilbao came 8th in the league this season.
He showed some really good promise when he was young. I mean, he's still not ancient, is he? What's he at now?
Last season, 38 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, 2 less goals.
Isn't he like 26, 27?
He's 27.
He always looks... I've always thought he was younger than that.
Yeah.
He's just been around. He's just been a young player for ages.
I don't see him going anywhere. I think he'd just stay there, probably play, not miss a game for the next 15 years, and then just go retire.
Make sure he's got that Gareth Barry record for the most games. Usually the midfielders pick up a lot of games, the strikers pick up the goals. But it tends to be different with this Bilbao side, with Williams getting all the games, and Raul Garcia is he still kicking about? He scores bare goals. Right, onto my W then. Yeah. I've got a Bayer Leverkusen attacking mid. I think we last spoke about him on the channel on Hidden Gems in about November or December time, something like that. Maybe January. I don't know, my memory is foggy, but I've got Florian Wirtz. He's actually been injured since March this year, but he's got a lot of talent. Likened, another youngster hit by injuries, but likened to Havertz with his eye for goal and an eye for a pass, plays in that attacking midfield role. Yeah, I think this man, for Wirtz, the sky really is the limit. 19 years of age, currently has a 60 million market value on FootMob, which is pretty strong. German, I don't think he's played yet for the national side. I might be wrong there. He has played. He's played 4 games. Fair enough, lad. But yeah. Good player. Unfortunately, has got a cruciate ligament injury, so won't be back until November. So it's unlikely he'll make the World Cup. He might get a few games before, so I doubt he'll be in the squad. But yeah, 24 games this season, 17 goal contributions, 10 of those assists, 7 of those goals, 7.69 average football rating. I have to say that's one of the highest I've seen on football, I think.
Yeah, that is.
Well, off the top of my head, I can't think of one higher than that. Gurhey and Cole will have good numbers, but nothing like that. Absolutely insane. 7 goals from 6.15 xG. I mean, he's outperforming. That's all you can ask of a player, especially an attacking midfielder. You're not going to get plenty of chances, but to be fair, 6.15. It shows that he does get himself into those positions where he can get involved. 6 of those inside the box, 1 outside, no headers, mostly all with his favoured right foot. But yeah, a very good player, a lot shorter than Havertz, which I think is...
Yeah.
I don't know. It is somewhat limiting, because at least Havertz does have that heading as well, and he can see over players. But Vert's very much a diminutive attacking midfielder.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, but Havertz, he can see more because he's higher up. He can kind of survey things. Vert, he's got to jump.
He just jumps to see where his teammates are.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But yeah, most German attacking midfielders tend to be taller. You think of Mesut Ozil, who was like 9 foot. So
I do think Vert's like Zaniolo. Just injuries have just kind of ruined. Yeah, that's their chance for a big move. Because as you said, no big side's going to come in for 70, 80, 90 million on a player that could get injured for the whole season.
And yeah, I mean, they're both players that I could see playing for Man City.
Yeah.
Really, like in a few years'
Because
time.
they can take that gamble because they've got about 50 other.
Yeah, they can throw 100 mil at him and sell Sterling.
Just lob it at him.
Well, yeah, 100 mil on Zaniolo or 60 here and sell any of their other attackers.
But even if they do get injured, then they've got 7 other right wingers to replace them.
Yeah, exactly. So I do think maybe he could end up at Man City. Wouldn't mind him at Chelsea, but I don't think we need any more attacking midfielders when we don't play with an attacking midfielder.
No.
It's stunning why we have so many, but... Do you want to move on to your X?
Yes.
Now, this is where we get into the territory of Xhaka.
I mean, we've talked a lot about attacking players.
Who've you gone for, though?
Attacking midfielders, wingers, strikers. I've gone for a defensive player. I've gone for Los Lille defensive midfielder, Xhaka.
I'm stunned you've found someone who isn't in like the Xhaka household.
Yeah, I know. And I did check. Xhaka is his surname. It is a surname.
Yeah.
It's not like just a name that he likes to be called. Well, no, but like like people who are really on names will just pick one name to be called, like William, like Oscar, Hulk.
No, Oscar I put in, so that is definitely his surname. I won't hear any different. No, but it's the name that they're known by in football. You don't go Neymar dos Santos Silva Jr. You go Neymar
and go here's S.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xhaka, more of a defensive midfielder. He's kind of your defensive midfielder that's just going to get dirty, end up getting cards all the time and just kick the shit out of people. 10 yellow cards this season in 23 games.
So he does draw some compelling comparisons to everyone's favourite Swiss midfielder. Happens to play for Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah,
quite similar.
We watched him against Chelsea in the Champions League. He didn't do much. But 23 games, 19 starts, only the 3 goals, but again, he's a defensive midfielder. But for a guy who's got 10 yellow cards, an average rating of 7.13 is actually really high.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously attacking-wise, his stats aren't great because he's an attacking midfielder. But defensively, some great stats. He's won 57% of his tackles. That's actually not great. 81% accurate
He's actually
passes.
a bit shit, actually.
This is one of his best seasons. This is probably the first season he's actually been involved with Lille's first side. He spent quite a bit at Dijon on loan, then Lille B, then went to Braga on loan, then Braga again. He is 27.
27-year-old, constantly flicking around with loan moves, give me Danny Drinkwater vibes.
Well, this is his first season. He's at
least now he's actually playing for Lille.
I think he is just there to play 10 games, kick the hell out of, injure the opposition for the rest of the season, and get sent off, get banned, and then just sit in the reserves the rest of the season.
Yeah, can I go on to my ex? Yeah, thanks. I've gone for someone who I've had a tough choice here. There was two options. One of them was Granit Xhaka, the other one was Torrent Xhaka. I'm going to put Torrent Xhaka in here.
Right.
Currently plays for Basel, has played for Basel all his career, really. He's got 305 games for them, 7 goals. Basel have probably won a few leagues or something, haven't they? Oh, they didn't win the league this season. Have they won the league at all? Oh, they've won. He's probably got, when did he join Basel? 2013. How many leagues have they won since then? He's got four league titles, so I think he'll take that. A very successful career for Torrent Xhaka. He's now 31. He's going to start winding down now. But I mainly picked him because I think it's dope he got to play against his brother at the Euros 2016. I just remember that happening, and then I started liking Albania because pretty cool.
Yeah. Shaqiri did the eagle.
Yeah, they've got the fun eagle celebration, and yeah, he's played 30 games for his national side, 1 goal. Yeah. Was that at the Euros? Probably not. But yeah, at least he's played in the Euros.
Yeah.
And he's got a start. He's had a starting berth in a national side for a few years.
Yeah.
He did play in the Swiss youth sides, and decided he was too shit, so he didn't play for them. So yeah.
Just decided he's not good.
But he realised he was never going to make the Swiss national team, so he played for Albania instead. But yeah, been a Basel all his career. Did had a little loan move in 2012. But other than that, he's been there. As I said, he's 31 now. He's worth about 2 pence. So he's just going to stay in Switzerland now.
Yeah.
Kind of just chill for another 4 years. Maybe pick up another title or 2. Who knows? But a good career overall. He's just become a bit of a icon in Swiss football, I presume. I don't watch Swiss football all that often.
Nor do I.
What's he got this season? 25 games, 1 goal, 9 yellow cards, so very similar to his brother in that regard. 6.93 average football rating. He's scored about... Yeah, he's got 7 goals. He's got about 1 or 2 each season. Some zeros. But yeah. Do you want to go on to your why?
Yes, and I've got one probably the most...
I feel like all my players in this F have just been, well, there's no other options, so I've got this
I've actually thought about it and gone for good players. Another good player, probably one of the most experienced players in the Premier League right now, is Ashley Young. I mean, obviously...
One of the most experienced players in the Premier League right now. Well, Ronaldo exists. But
one of them.
Okay.
He's
Ronaldo and
Watford,
Young.
went to Villa, then United, then went to Inter in 2020, and then has gone back to Villa this year.
Quite a strange career.
Played back up to Luca Digne.
Well, it's Matt Target for the first half of the season, weren't it? What a geese.
If I say he's played back up, he's actually played 24 games for Villa this season.
He played over Matt Target often.
And then he played on the left wing under Dean Smith for a bit.
I think he just needs some heart in that team.
I mean, I more look at his stats. I mean, for Inter, his first season, 7.08 average rating. He played 18 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. Had a very decent season in his first year in the Serie A. Obviously, for United, he put up some great numbers in 2016, 17, 15, 14. Done very well. And he's just had a good career, really. He'll probably do another year at Villa, and then I think he's come.
I mean, he's got a title now.
Yeah,
he won the title with Inter. Did he win it? He joined United too late, I think. When did he join
2011.
them? Oh no, he did get a title with United then. So he's got a Premier League title, Italian League title, a Scudetto. It's a very successful career.
Yeah, and he's finished up runners up with them 3 times.
Good.
He's won 1 Premier League. Yeah, he's won a few. He's won 2 FA Cups as well. No, 1 FA Cup. But yeah, very decent. Very good career for Ashley Young.
Yeah,
he's kind of achieved everything for England. Obviously, he stopped playing in 2018, but 39 games, 7 goals. Obviously, he didn't win any trophies because England never win trophies. That's about it for Ashley Young.
Fair enough. You've gone for a journeyman who's been very successful on his travels. I've gone for a journeyman who hasn't. So it's Deandre Yedlin, who he's going to be playing in the World Cup. He's going to be playing in the World Cup this year.
How has he got to Deandre Yedlin?
We'll start at the start of his career at Seattle Sounders. Back in 2013, did all right. Then he got moved to Tottenham, played 1 game, then they loaned him 6 months later to Sunderland for a year. Then he got for another month at Tottenham, didn't play, and then went to Newcastle on a permanent. So one of the only players, I think, to play for both Newcastle and Sunderland. There's not many out there.
No.
Because most people want to survive. But somehow, I'd never known that. I find that kind of mental. But 125 games for Newcastle, 3 goals as well. They joined Galatasaray on a free at the end of his contract in 2021. He was there for 11 months, and then he joined Inter Miami, where he's played 17 games this season, as Inter Miami are in the weird playoff America thing.
The America thing.
Well,
just whatever they do over there.
Yeah, they do the season, then they go, oh, now we're going to do some other thing, and we'll have a final.
Like, imagine the Premier League. City win the league, but now we can do some playoff games.
It's because the country's so fucking huge. You have to split it in half down the middle, and then it's like the Super Bowl, but football version. He's also, he's never scored for the American national team, but he has played 73 times. And I imagine he'll be playing as they go into the World Cup. Did he play all the, what's it called? Qualifiers? I'll have a little gander. Yeah, well, he played 9 of them. That's a good amount. He has got competition with Serginho Dest there, which I think is the only other American defender that exists. So a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah.
But I guess they can just put Dest left back. How do they play when they lost 2-0 to Costa Rica?
Did Yedlin play?
That's the wrong team. Yeah, Yedlin played. Oh, and they got Anthony Robertson as well at left back. So
and Robinson,
and another bloke called Robinson in the back.
Got a lot of Robinsons.
Where does Dest play in this team then? He's just not.
Doesn't play.
Let's have a. He might have been injured. To be fair, we'll have a look at their win over Panama. I don't know, but Yedlin might play at the World Cup. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You've really been.
It'll be nice to see.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel for this.
No, but I knew you'd go for players like Xhaka and Young, so I've been.
Did you really?
I've been stuck with Yedlin.
Right.
But yeah, he's at Inter Miami, owned by David Beckham. That's pretty decent, that is. But yeah, he's got 2 assists this season as well, so I think we'll be buzzing with that.
Good on him.
And they might be. I mean, who have they got next? Oh, they've finished, I think. Yeah, now they go into
they lose the playoffs?
No, they're now into the playoffs.
They could still win the playoff thing.
They could win the whole thing.
Wow.
Yedlin could have a trophy.
And this will go viral because we've been talking about Yedlin for 5 minutes.
Okay, should we go on to Z?
Z, yes. Last letter of our little alphabet.
Usually, I mean, there's not many letters. There's not many Zs.
I think I've got the only good Z in football.
I was going to say, in the alphabet, there's a lot of Zs. There's not many Zs, sorry. But in football, there are quite a few.
There are quite a few Zs, and one of them is Wilfried Zaha.
Interesting. Not who I thought you were going to say.
Alright. Yeah. He kind of never really got the big move.
He did. He then fucked it up.
Yeah, but then afterwards, everyone kind of. Obviously, he started at Palace, 124 games, 15 goals. Then went to United, but then got loaned back to Palace to finish the season. Then when he went back to United, he didn't play for a year. Then in 2014, he went on loan to Cardiff. Then went back to United when he finished a loan, and then was sold back to Crystal Palace, which from August 2014 to now, he's played 287 games, 65 goals. As all we know, he's a tricky winger. He likes to wind up his opposition.
He loves a yellow and red card.
Good position.
I reckon he's the attacker with the most cards in the Prem. I don't know if that's a stat, but
I mean, this season he got 4 yellow cards, 1 red card, which isn't too bad. But if I scroll,
isn't too bad.
Look at that. Last season he got 6 yellow cards. 2019 he got 5. 2018 he got 8.
18. What and a red as well.
Yeah.
What the hell was he doing?
I mean, that's very high for a winger. Very high.
Yeah, because he just flies around. Honestly, I think he's an actor that got lost.
His diving and his attitude can sometimes detract from his actual play, because he's a very good player. I mean, 31 starts this season, 14 goals, 1 assist. Isn't too bad. Massively outperforming his XG of 10.98.
Yeah.
7.07 rating. Very good player. Very good player. He just doesn't have a great attitude, and he likes to dive.
No, but he's got a lot of talent.
Definitely.
I'm just going to quickly read a list of Zs that I haven't gone for.
Right.
Zaniolo.
Yeah.
Zagadou. Zambo Anguissa. Zinchenko. Zakaria. Ziyech. There's a lot of Zs out there that could have gone for. I mean, a lot of them I can't because I've already put players from their club in already. But I have found a bit of a gem in Piotr Zielinski.
Ooh, baller.
Yeah, I mean the pole in midfield. Yeah, he's decent. He is. I actually know who this bloke is.
Yeah, it makes a change.
I've watched him play actual football, not just chill in America or whatever.
Switzerland.
Yeah, yeah. But Zielinski, he's had a good career. He was at Udinese. He went on loan, then he was back at Udinese, then he got sold to Napoli, and he's been there for 7 years.
He's done alright at Napoli as well.
6 years, sorry, I can't count.
They're up there for the title at the start of this season. Fell away towards the end. Has he won? Has he won a Coppa Italia?
Probably not. He's won one Coppa Italia
Super Cup.
and a Super Cup. No, he wasn't there. He's won a Coppa Italia. He joined in 2016. He's won a
trophy.
Coppa Italia.
I still think he could win one.
And he's finished runner up twice. But yeah,
I don't see him winning anything internationally.
He was always linked with a decent move away, and I still think a move to like Liverpool as a sub option would be amazing.
I think I like a bit high. I think West Ham.
I disagree. I completely disagree. I think he's a lot better than a Lallana or an Oxlade-Chamberlain or a Curtis Jones or a Harvey Elliott. He's still only 28.
Will he want to play bench though? That's probably I don't see him starting.
I think he's a better rotation option than certain others they've got already in the side.
I don't see him.
If they start phasing Jordan Henderson out, I think Zielinski to Liverpool, which has been linked for many years, would be a good move, especially around the 40 mil mark. Yeah. They're looking to improve their squad for not a lot of money.
This year they're in so many competitions, they do struggle for rotation.
Exactly. I mean, the fact that
through the Prem and the
like
Champions League.
Their midfield is their weakest point. It's where they struggled the most in the Champions League final, which we'll get onto in a sec. But I just think he'd had a better game than a Jordan Henderson or a Keita.
Keita isn't great. I don't rate Keita.
I rate him over Jordan Henderson though.
No.
I don't think Hendo is that. I don't think Hendo's needed when you've got Fabinho though.
No, Hender's got leadership and determination, and not that I just like Jordan Henderson.
I think he's one of the most overrated midfielders in the Prem. Moving on then.
Yeah.
That's the alphabet done.
Yeah.
Should we run through our whole lists?
Yeah.
Since we've now completed the alphabet, that'll be a nice little.
Do you want to go through yours now?
Rounding off thing. Sure.
You've got some random players towards the end.
Yes. So there was supposed to be one player per team. I have got 2 in here from Roma because I messed up on the first episode.
You're a joke.
So my alphabet is
stuck to the rules.
Abraham, Benzema, Kornic, De Bruyne. Again, I think that should have been B, but we move. El Shaarawy, again, probably should have been S. Mm-hmm. Felix Gilmore, Allaire, Ibrahimovic, Justin, Kane, Lo Celso, Mount, Neuer, Oscar, Pedri, Quaresma, Raspadori, Salah, Twine, Uribe, Devry, Wirtz, Xhaka, Yedlin, Zielinski. I mean, it's a good list. If that was a squad, I mean, they're lacking a defence. I guess you could play Devry and there's no other centre halves really.
I haven't got any centre halves.
It'd be Yedlin at fullback as well.
Oh no, I could play ahead of the team.
We'd struggle. We'd have Benzi at the back, and then we'd put Ibra at the back, a bit high.
Yeah.
Go on, go through your
so I've got Alonso, Bowen, Choupo-Moting, Dembele, El Neni, Foden, Griezmann, Hernandez, Isco, Jota, Kulusevski, Lamela, Messi, Ndidi, Osimhen, Perisic, Quina, Ronaldo, Spinazzola, Torres, Under, Vlahovic, Williams, Xhaka, Young, and Zaha. I think my team is better.
Oh, nah, mate. Disagree. I've got the GOAT in there.
Who?
Mason Mount.
Nah, I think my team is better.
I disagree. I've got less centre half.
I've got centre half. I've got a team. You've just got.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point. Yeah, I can put Xhaka at the back. He'll be a unit, just kicking it. Yeah. Right, that rounds off the alphabet then. Should we get into some relevant things?
Stuff we actually care about. No, I'm joking. I love our alphabet. It's done now anyway.
Yeah, sorted. On to other stuff. Champions League final. That happened.
That was interesting.
Well, 2 days ago at the time of recording, about 4 or 5, something like that, days ago at the time of posting. Real Madrid, champions of Europe for a 14th time. They've now got double the amount of titles of any other club, and one more than second and third combined, which is Liverpool and AC's 7 and 6.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Benzema's got 5. That's ridiculous.
Benzema would come in at 4th on the list.
Mental.
Benzema would come in at 4th on the list of clubs that have won the Champions League title.
I mean, he was a huge part of Real Madrid's run this year. Vinicius got the goal in the final, which was surprising. I mean, Benzema should have had a goal, hadn't been ruled off for some reason.
That was so strange. I mean, we said it on stream. If you want to go check that out, I mean, it did really well on the night, but we like views.
Everyone tuned in for that.
I mean, it was probably one of our most. It was our second most viewed stream on the night. Yeah. So that was huge.
So there was worries that it would be there till midnight if it had gone to extra time.
Yeah, the crowd trouble was really weird because everyone seems to be saying a different thing. I don't really know who.
Everyone's blaming each other
because like British media are going, well, it's not our people's fault. It's not the Liverpool fans. It's the French locals, and then obviously the UEFA said it was Liverpool, and the French are saying it's the Liverpool.
It's just everyone else's word against each other's. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, the English government and Liverpool have asked for a formal investigation from the UEFA. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
From French authorities, isn't it? Not UEFA.
Both of them, probably.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be interesting because it is just everyone else's word against.
They want to look into police negligence because I mean there has been some examples of French police doing a bit of a madness. I mean they were just pepper spraying people stood there queuing for tickets. Based on what the Liverpool fans are saying,
and then turn people away who.
And it was so strange to funnel everyone into 2 ticket things, and they had they've got 15 turnstiles. They funneled them into 2.
Why?
And then were surprised when it all congested too much.
And especially when there is no reason why they couldn't use the other 13.
Yeah,
because the Real Madrid fans got in fine because they opened all 15. But when the Liverpool fans turned up.
Yeah, because obviously they were in a different gate, and that was apparently easier to access and stuff. And
doesn't matter. Just let them walk around the whole stadium. Doesn't really matter when you enter the stadium, as long as you get to your seat.
Yeah, so odd. Right.
It's very strange.
Yeah. It's hard to really say much on the topic because there's unless you're there, there's not really a lot that can be done. So or said.
Don't want to say what other people are saying because we don't know that's true.
Yeah, I'm not going to get John on. We've got a bloke here from Liverpool. But then you've got like Scousers on Twitter, little fans like, I just got in with fake tickets. One, why would you tweet that?
Yeah, why?
It's the stupidest thing to ever do. It's basically just going, I've committed a criminal act.
Like that, one of the, some person said, just managed to get my dad in.
Yeah. Just managed to sneak my dad in as well. It's just like, well, why would you tell us that?
You wouldn't rob a bank and then go, just rob the bank, yeah?
That's why there's no serial killers anymore. Because they just tweet about it. I've just murdered 9 people and locked them in my shed. I'll have you. Right, well, we're going to investigate that one.
You might want to have a look at that
one. Yeah, but that's just odd. So strange. But, yeah. Other news, Mane on the night.
We'll talk about the on-field things, like Camila Cabello singing.
I was going to say, for half an hour, the action just was just that.
I loved her outrage about.
I was going to say
the chanting.
Okay, we're going in
now. We're going in. Come on.
She just went onto Twitter to say, "Oh, why were the football fans chanting football songs when I was performing for the 90th time?"
The football fans at the football game were chanting football chants during your song.
I mean, to be fair, they were just. I mean, there's 2 ways you can look at it. They were just singing through a performance, and then they were silent for the other 90 by the sounds of it. I mean, we weren't listening to the thing because obviously we were live for it.
And also, don't listen to Camila Cabello.
Yeah, but from what I've read in Thingy, they were just
still get her money.
No, but if you put that much time and effort into a performance, which should be a massive night, then but equally, does UEFA need to stop doing shit like this?
I don't see the point in it.
It's not the Super Bowl. The point is, they can put an extra tenner on the tickets. And it becomes a bigger event.
But also, they don't usually. She doesn't have to perform so close to the game. Usually, it's at 6 o'clock, where she can just stand there with.
I mean, I really don't know why they sent her back out.
Yeah.
And how they thought that was going to end
Oh yes,
Wow.
we're all going to ignore anything else going on because
I personally think they should have just thrown on some legends on the pitch to take some pens.
I mean, Ramos was there, Ronaldo was there, the actual Ronaldo.
Kaka, Zidane, Gerrard, Ferdinand.
Michael Owen,
Maybe not Michael Owen. We'll sit out.
So no, it was clueless.
Yeah.
That man is a joke.
Who else was? There was a lot of legends there. We could have gone.
Could have had a legends match.
Yeah, little kickabout
Add
while we
some
waited.
fans in there as well.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Let's not. It's not
Glenn
just.
Hoddle,
come on the
Stephen
pitch if
Devry
you
were there
want.
as well. Chuck them out there.
Again, now legend is becoming. He played footy, didn't he? To be fair, Hoddle's a legend. But
McManaman won the Champions League.
Yeah,
He played for Real and Liverpool.
okay, whatever.
I hate him.
He's a
I don't know
shit
why
pundit.
I'm trying to back him up.
He's a shit pundit. That's my
He's a
problem with him.
terrible commentator.
That's my problem with him. But yeah, Mane then, before we actually get into some on-field action. Well, there's not much to discuss on the on-field action, so I'll just rattle through that quick.
VAR got a wrong decision.
It
what
was
we do.
a bit more exciting than the last three finals, but still a bit naff.
I want to see some more goals.
I wanted Man City Real. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no one goes for it in a final anymore.
No, just send it. Who cares?
What we need is a complacent team of megastars versus a plucky team of...
Like Man City,
Pleasant.
Villarreal,
Never give up.
Seen a bit of complacency. Villarreal 2-0 up at half time. Suddenly it's
no. I'm
interesting.
talking like AC Milan Liverpool kind of vibe. That's what we need. We need someone that's so huge that will batter someone in the first half and then just get complacent.
Yeah.
So we need PSG in the final, 3-0 up at half time, and then who's actually in the competition? Frankfurt, maybe Chelsea, I guess. But
I just want to see Chelsea win it, to be honest.
yeah, okay, there we go. Right, sure.
Anyway, should we get into Mane?
Mane, for the third time, we're going to try this segment.
Here we go. Sadio Mane is leaving Liverpool.
So the day before,
we did it.
Let's
go back to
the day before the final, he did an interview. Well, the interview came out, and he said, "I will announce where I'm going after the final." I reckon it was if Liverpool win, might stick around. If they don't, what's spy in any other language? Adios. That's what I was thinking.
Where is he from? Senegal. I don't know what it is.
I have to say, I'm not fluent in Senegalese.
French, it's
Bonjour. No, the other one.
Oh my god.
Au revoir.
That's the one.
So yeah, he might be. He was in Paris, but it's believed he'll probably join Bayern. I could see him going Real.
No.
Well, they've lost out on Mbappe now. They need an attacker. Why not?
I just don't see him going. I don't think Real will want him.
Why not?
I think
they need a statement now. They've lost out on Mbappe and Haaland.
I think Hazard's going to come back and be a good player.
Do
Do you see what he said in the open tour parade in the bus?
What did he say?
He said he's had 3 years of injury. It's been really tough for him, and he's put on a bit of weight. But next season he's gonna get fit again, get back to full fitness, and try his hardest and become a very good player.
Okay. Well, if we get a Hazard remontada, that would be vibes. He'll have to play on the right though, because Vinny plays on the left. So.
Vinny's right. No, I'm joking. Vinicius Junior is very good.
Yeah, he's just
And
an
he's
arrogant.
I think he's better than Mane.
Arrogant and whiny prick. I don't think he's better than Mane. That is a disgraceful shout. That's disgraceful.
I think he's better than Luis Diaz.
Mane's one of the best. Yeah, but then Vinicius has been at the top level for longer. Mane's been consistently world class for the last
Diaz
3-4 years.
Awful in the final.
Yeah.
It just seems whenever he struck, he always if you get someone with a bit of smartness about him, like a Carvajal, who's going to push him around a bit, he's in trouble.
Smartness.
Not smartness.
Intelligence.
Yeah, he's just a bit aware of what's going on. Like, all he did was stand Diaz up, and then when Diaz tried to take him on, he'd use a bit of physicality.
Yeah.
And Diaz couldn't handle it. Which does show, yes, he's got tricks and flicks against
But
Joe Kenny.
I was going to say, he did score against Everton and save him in that game.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He could do a bicycle
He got a goal
kick
against
when he's
Real
unmarked.
as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Because he came on and changed that game, but then again, 1-4 isn't the greatest.
That's harsh.
Well, he hasn't got the experience of a Carvajal to stand him up and then just push him around a bit.
But the games he has looked dangerous was Chelsea when it was against Trevor Chalobah, young and inexperienced.
Exactly.
And even then, he had a one-on-one, and the shot was horrific. And if that was Mane, it's a goal. So yeah, I think Diaz is a little bit overhyped, mainly by Liverpool fans and the people
he's
that
a bit like a Neymar.
and Neymar fans.
He can do a few skills. Oh my god, he's the best player in the world. Neymar's rubbish.
Okay,
Well, PSG Neymar.
I'm loving the tangents in this podcast.
PSG Neymar isn't very good. Barca Neymar, one of the best players in the world.
See, that's...
Greedy.
Can we move... We'll go into Chelsea, I guess, then, from there. Neymar to Chelsea. I know...
Don't want him.
I don't like him either, but it is a big statement.
No, don't want him.
He has worked with Tuchel before, and they got on and it worked.
Don't want him.
I don't want him either, but if he's coming,
No.
I'm excited.
No. I hate him.
I'm being optimistic because Lukaku, I was optimistic, and that worked well. I've been optimistic with all the other signings, and they've not.
I really do not like Neymar. I hate him.
Okay.
I really
Do. When we win the Champions League final, because Neymar has the best season ever.
If he comes to Chelsea and scores 25 goals and wins us the Premier League and the Champions League, I will change my opinion.
If he comes to Chelsea, I might have to put Neymar on the back of my shirt in the hope it goes well.
Okay, no, I will always like a Chelsea player. I always back a Chelsea player. So if he does join,
I've never liked his attitude because he went to PSG when he was probably one of the.
If he stayed at Barca, he'd become the best player in the world.
And he's just become an arrogant prick at PSG.
Yeah.
But living in London, being at Chelsea, where he's not just going to be worshipped like some kind of totem, and he does need to get his career back on track if he wants to be considered world class. He has the World Cup with Brazil coming in this year that he's going to want to be on his best form for, because he does love playing for Brazil. I could see it working out, especially considering PSG are quoting around 30 mil for him, which is a steal.
They spent 200 million on that man.
I think they just want to get rid of him as quickly as possible. I think Mbappe's just gone, I hate this prick. Can we literally sell him as fast as physically possible?
Mbappe's contract is a joke.
He must have been looking at the Real game going, what have I rejected here?
Yeah.
Like, Real now 14 times champions. PSG have never won the Champions League. Yeah, and I think he will...
He can basically do what he wants.
I think he'll do a better job of recruiting players than Leonardo, because...
Mbappe
but Mbappe doesn't care about things like brand. He doesn't care about the image of PSG. He's going to want to build a successful team.
I mean, he'll know some good centre halves to get in there. Who did I score against? Right, didn't score against this team. Let's go get their centre halves and keeper. Although PSG did not. I was going to
say he did score against Real, and they still lost.
Have a midfield.
Verratti, Gay, and Herrera.
So they don't.
Wijnaldum.
That is on the other midfield. Is so weak.
Yeah. Julian Draxler.
I mean, I'd rate Verratti. Verratti's very good, but apart from that, they've got no one.
Yeah, so maybe that's where Mbappe will target.
Get some midfielders
now that he's in charge. I'm surprised they've not signed Sadio Mane. I guess they don't.
But he's going around.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be ridiculous.
But
to think, right now they've got a midfield of Modric, Kroos and Casemiro. Their future midfield will be Sadio Mane, Camavinga, and
Valverde.
That's mental.
Very incredible.
That's mental. It's like Barcelona
I think La Liga's making a comeback.
Definitely.
I think La Liga could be one of the best leagues in the world.
Barca are going to be back.
I don't think they'll be on Real level next season, but I hope I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, but I think so. Barca Champions League. I think next season, if they're in the Europa League, they'd destroy it.
I wish we could watch Spanish football on TFC Live, unfortunately, it's not on in the UK. You have to buy like Liga TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not spending £15 a month.
5, but Channel 5 got blown up.
I'm not spending £15 a month to watch two El Clasicos.
And maybe the
I'd probably never watch. Yeah, maybe that game.
But like that's the other thing. I think
and the Barca Atleti.
Atletico Madrid. People have realised how good they are now after they beat United and then put up a very good performance against City. I do think La Liga is going to overtake Serie A for the second best league in football. Yeah,
the problem is Serie A.
It's so competitive.
No, Serie A don't give a shit about foreign fans, and so they've got no money.
Yeah. I mean, a good thing. Good thing is it's so competitive.
The league's going to be fucked. Within 5 years, the Serie A will be the 6th most competitive league.
Yeah, Liga
because they're refusing to. No, Eredivisie, I think.
I was going to say because Liga Nos is
either of those could come through, because Serie A is refusing to get with it and make the league more global. They put the games on at times which are horrific for fans abroad. They put them really late at night because it suits the Italian culture of go out, get your meal, and then go along to the football.
Yeah.
Which lovely for the Italian locals, But no bloke in China's waking up at 3 a.m. to watch an Inter game.
No.
So it just makes it impossible for fans in other countries, especially countries where, like China, where there is so much money and interest in football recently, that they're just not targeting at all.
No.
And that's like, if you look at the money, the financial situations of all the Serie A clubs, all of them are making a loss.
Yeah.
All of them made a loss this season. They're all just going to go bankrupt, or they're going to have to start selling all their good players to foreign leagues, and having everyone on lower contracts. In which case, it's just going to become equivalent of these Eredivisie, which is a shame because there's a lot of history there. But unfortunately, they just refuse to market it to a wider audience than Italy, and that's just not feasible. No. You can't go out and buy players in other leagues for like 80 mil and then expect to be all right. Like Inter have made a loss and they've sold Lukaku for 100 mil. How have they managed that?
Yeah. On the topic of Eredivisie, I think people underrate,
the competitiveness because Ajax are so good. It's like Ligue 1.
But I also think just the teams in it. I look at how you think Ajax got to the quarters of the Champions League,
around 16. They shouldn't have lost to bloody
final.
Benfica,
got to the final of the conference. PSV got to the quarters of the conference. They've got some good teams in there. I do think it's a very good league, and I think it's better than. But then guys, I also look at Liga NOS as well. I look how obviously Benfica got to the quarters of the Champions League. Porto got to the quarters.
And Sporting could have got further if they didn't just roll over from Man City.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get drawn against Man City, you're pretty much.
And also, look at it. Braga got to the semis of the quarters of the Conference League.
Yeah, Conference League.
So they've got those leagues got some good teams, and I do think eventually
if Serie A,
take Serie A.
I think if Serie A wake up and get woke.
Yeah.
Start marketing to wider audiences, and then they'll be all right. But if they don't, within the next 5 years, there's going to be a lot of problems with Italian football.
And you've got some big players not enough money there who want to be leaving.
Well, yeah, because if you look at the likes of Lautaro, if Inter can't afford to offer him a big contract, he will go to the Premier League where he can earn loads because it's the most lucrative league in the world.
And the thing is, that does happen. If you're a team like Ajax, you could be looking at some of those players, or in the Liga NOS. Just see who you can get. Because say the Eredivisie does become the 5th best league in football, there will be players who won't mind going to play out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's still can become a competitive league. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think also people sleep on the Ligue 1 just because PSG exists. Yeah. If PSG didn't exist, that'd be one of the most competitive leagues in the world.
Last year.
Yeah, but either way, imagine you had a 5-way title fight between Lille, Lyon, Marseille, Rennes, Nice. Everyone would watch Ligue 1, but because PSG win by 20 points...
If you took PSG out of this season's table, it is so close between all the other teams. It's mental. I mean, we're up there.
That's the problem. There's just no finance there.
No one can stop PSG.
Because, you can't compete with an entire country's wealth.
No.
Which is what Newcastle are going to be, but they're joining a league that already has multi-billionaires in there. Yeah. Yeah, I've literally missed out the biggest one.
Yeah, probably most likely to take the challenge.
And then you have a six-way championship fight.
Exactly. And then that's what I think we could see in the Serie A next season, which I think we might have to treasure because that might be the last one we ever get.
Yeah.
You've got both Milan sides, Roma, Lazio, Napoli, Juventus.
I think Italian football will be alright. I fear for the smaller clubs though, because clubs like Genoa,
Spezia,
physically can't afford to survive really.
No.
Venezia only really survived this season because they sold loads of kits.
Yeah.
Because their kit was really nice.
They've got to keep doing that. They've
got to make really nice kits. But the problem is they're not going to be in the Ligue 1, so no one's going to hear about their nice kits.
No. I mean, I only really heard of Venezia because of the kit and because they loaned Ethan Ampadu from Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. So Italian football in a little bit of danger and all that. It'll be interesting to see what kind of transfers... Because if you're a young player, you kind of don't want to be in the Italian league right now.
No.
With the way it's looking like it's going to go. So the likes of Lautaro, Barrea, could see him trying to make moves away. Chiesa. I don't know. I think Italian football will turn out fine. I think they will wake up to it, but if they don't, they are in trouble. Bundesliga, not really mentioned that ever. I mean, Mane looks like he's going to go Bayern is the most
a bit
obvious.
like Ligue 1 if you take Bayern Munich out, you've then, to be fair, Dortmund got quite close this
That's what I'm saying. I still don't think I don't think anyone could compete with Dortmund and Leipzig in the league.
Yeah.
Really.
Could you see any of those two taking the fight? Obviously,
Yeah.
Dortmund,
I think
Edin
we'll see
Terzic.
I think we'll see a three-way fight for it because I think Bayern have been relying on Lewandowski's goals for a few seasons now, and he appears to be leaving. Either for Barca or Chelsea, which will be interesting. Mm-hmm. But the fact you can't, it's going to be very hard to replace 50 something like that goals a season. I know it's not quite 50, but it's still mental. Something like that.
41 in one season.
Yeah, last season I believe that was, or the season before that when they won the sextuple, which is mental.
Ridiculous.
But Mane, I don't think he's going to replace 40 goals a season.
No, not at all.
And you can't replace a striker with a winger. No, that's not how that works.
They have got quite.
And they've lost out on Adeyemi now. Yeah. I think he'll have a very good season with Dortmund, and I think they could then challenge.
Also, they've got Schlotterbeck as well.
I was going to say, Schlotterbeck and Süle are also good signings. Ant's now coming back from loan. He's had a very good season with Frankfurt.
Yes, new manager.
A new manager as well. It could. So is Terzic confirmed yet?
I think so.
Because it looked like he was going to be, and then it's just all gone quiet for a bit.
Because he's definitely caretaker. Because we did a short on it because he had been confirmed and then he hasn't been confirmed. And Leipzig, I mean, they've got some great players. I mean, they've got good talents. They've also got old. But the one thing about Bayern is they have got, also you talked about Lewandowski, but Müller is getting on a bit. I do think obviously they also got Mazraoui from Ajax. That was confirmed.
He's on a permanent basis, Terzic, until 2025.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't think he's a great manager, but I guess we'll see.
Right, though.
Especially since Poch is going to become available in a few weeks because Mbappe don't like him.
Yeah, that's big.
I'm intrigued to see who Mbappe tries to get in. I think it'll be Zidane.
Yeah. But he's the only big manager that's not committed.
I think if they don't keep Mbappe, Zidane not asked at all about PSG. But if Mbappe goes, look, Zidou, mate, I want you to come
win the French Cup and League One for the next 3-4 years.
I do think they could challenge for the Champions League. I think that's why they want to bring Zidane in because he's the second most successful Champions League manager in Champions League history, and I think the promise of trying to get a fourth and levelling Ancelotti will entice Zidane.
Yes.
And also, 500k a week might do it. That could help. So, that'll be interesting to see.
I mean, that's only like a fifth of Mbappe's contract.
He's on a mil.
That's not even a fifth. It's a 20th. That is...
No, 500 grand a week is half of a mil.
Oh, yeah. I've done 5 grand. I've done 5 grand.
Okay.
I know, I've gone to $1 billion.
Okay, no, he's not on $1 billion a week.
No, because I've done 100 grand as 10. Yeah. I've gone to 100 million.
Okay, no,
he's not on 100 million.
Well, he did get that as a signing on bonus though. 100 mil. So
stupid. That's half of what they bought Neymar for.
Exactly. That is another plan. That is Haaland.
That's Lukaku. Exactly. That's Grealish.
Oh God.
Okay, we've gone very south.
I was going to say Mbappe could buy Grealish.
Speaking of Grealish and his old club, Aston Villa.
Okay,
should we get into Aston Villa?
What a random segue, but sure, we'll go into Aston
Big
Villa.
signings, and I'm telling you now, we're pushing for Europe next season.
You are bear waffling.
I'm not.
I want Villa to push for Europe because the history there.
I think we definitely will. We conquered it in 1982.
But I think Villa's problem is they have one of the worst managers in the Premier League. And I think, like last season, when they realised Dean Smith wasn't tactically inept enough to take a side with such talent to anywhere. Yeah, I like Dean Smith as well, but he's not going to be Europa League.
He's in the Championship now. So.
Yeah, exactly. He's back to where I think he's best.
Yeah.
I think he's lower Prem quality, maybe. Just.
I think he'll come straight back up.
I think it's a Championship manager, though.
Anyway, how have we got Dean Smith?
I think he'll turn to a bit of a Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
Dean Smith.
He gets called into the teams like Watford and that to keep him in the Premier League.
Try and keep him up. But yeah, Villa, I don't see them challenging for Europe with Steven Gerrard. I think in his half a season there's been ups and downs, but they've had to be carried by Coutinho at times. That's a big permanent signing though, Coutinho. A lot of people just glazing over that. You know, focusing on Kamara and Carlos. A big change in the back line.
Yes, it's a bit up and down.
Huge.
But I think the signings they're making are exactly the weaknesses. Centre back in Diego Carlos, defensive midfielder in Kamara, winger in Coutinho.
They don't have a formation, Villa.
No,
which is absolutely insane.
I mean, I definitely think we should go 4-3-3. Should we? I don't know why Gerrard is so set on starting Ings and Watkins.
The Villa recruitment is quality,
but the tactics.
But they're not communicating with the manager because they're not getting players the manager wants. They're getting players that Villa want. I still think they could sign Calvin Bassey.
Yeah, should know.
Which is an ex-Gerrard player, could cover at centre-half, but also offers left-back cover, which with Matt Targett leaving will be good because Digne is slightly injury-prone, and Ashley Young is old.
Mings could be leaving, which means you lose a centre-back and left-back. So
Mings, 30 mil to Newcastle.
Come on. I love Tyrone
What is
Mings.
going on there?
Oh, see,
but like,
it's
another random Newcastle signing who's going to turn out to be good, I reckon. Like Burn,
even Dan Burn. I was going to say,
everyone was going on.
I
thought they were going to be signing Mbappe, and now they got Dan Burn. Dan Burn had a very good season.
Yeah,
I think Mings will look good alongside Burn, Trippier, and Jamal Lewis.
Matt Targett.
Jamal Lewis.
No, he 20 mil on a permanent.
Have they signed Target?
Not signed to it. It's in. I know it's an optional.
It's optional. No one's ticking that box.
I don't know.
20 mil.
I'd take it.
Of course, Villa would take it. Yeah, that would pay
we got 50 mil from Mings and Target.
That would pay for Carlos and Kamara. Well, yeah.
But I look at
29 mil, isn't it?
You go Martinez in goal, a back four of Digne, Bassey, Carlos, and Cash.
Yeah.
Midfield three, you've got Ramsey, Kamara, McGinn.
I think you'll get Joe Aribo.
There's another rotation option in there, yeah. And then I go
Coutinho, Ings, can play midfield or defence.
Coutinho, Ings, Buendia. If Buendia starts, Aston Villa will be incredible.
On the wing, though.
On the wing.
Stop playing him in middle midfield. That's not very playing.
He
played attacking mid under Dean Smith. That didn't work.
He plays Coutinho and Cam and then plays Ings and Watkins up front, which just is stupid.
Ings doesn't work in a two. We know that.
Coutinho doesn't work in midfield. Buendia doesn't work in midfield. So just play Ings by himself.
Watkins is better. Watkins is better as a false nine, as a sole nine. So just rotate between Ings and Watkins. You can always play Watkins on the wing if you want to and drop Coutinho for a game.
But I wouldn't do that because Phil Coutinho is magic.
Okay, sure. And we know Ings is injury trouble, so having Watkins as a very, very good backup makes a lot of sense.
And I think I don't know if we'll need it. I think we might want another striker maybe because obviously I think Keenan Davis will probably go back to Nottingham Forest.
That'd be good for you.
He's been on loan there this season. He's done quite well.
I don't rate him.
I mean, he's been a very good part of that Forest side that got promoted to the Premier League this year.
And I think they'll look at better strikers than that. I think Watkins could do with a permanent to somewhere else, but I don't know where. I think West Ham would be good for him. They need a striker. Antonio's not good.
No, he's Gerrard. That's the thing. Gerrard's always said he's not going to sell him.
I don't understand Steven Gerrard.
I don't know. Here goes.
I think Villa should be pushing. If they're ambitious, they should be pushing for Poch. Because imagine Poch with this young Villa side.
We'd get Europa League.
Developing the talents. Easy. Look at like Jacob Ramsey. He could turn him into a Dele Alli.
Rather than a Steven Gerrard.
Before he did the whole...
Depends when do you want Dele Alli.
Before he did the whole
sex
scandal thing and then got... now just chilled.
He's on loan at Everton.
He's now just got braids. So
he's just got
that's kind of all.
I want to be like Dele Alli.
Yeah, we did briefly mention Forest in there with Keenan Davis. They're now promoted via the playoffs, which is very interesting. So just
good to see a team, a strong team in the because if Huddersfield had gone up, boring. It's good to see a team that haven't been there for ages, and I rate that Forest team.
I was going to say it's a very good young side.
I think they'll miss DJ Spence though. Massively.
I think they'll get him on a permanent.
No, Middlesbrough have gone right off.
That's not what I've seen.
Oh.
When I was researching just before this,
if I was Middlesbrough and I'd seen DJ Spence season, I would tell Nottingham Forest you can.
Yeah, but when you see their financial problems, they'll probably go 25 mil for some right back who's never even played for the club.
And Chris Wilder will probably bring in some 37-year-old bloke.
He also he called out Warnock. The old manager for not playing him at all. This was his interview. Nottingham Forest means everything to me.
Okay, no, he's gone. He is.
Playing for Forest next season, the interviewer asked, he said, hopefully. Bayern left the race. They don't want him because they've got Mazraoui. Tottenham still interested, but no official bid.
I think he'd rather be at Forest than Tottenham.
Exactly.
But DJ Spence, Brennan Johnson. Some great players. Bryce Samba was huge. He's been great in goal for them. They've had a great season. They fully deserve to be promoted, and it'll be interesting to see how they do in the league. I think it's going to be like hit and miss. It's either going to be like a Leeds or Sheffield United first season, or they are going to go down rock bottom with not many points.
I don't think either of those things will happen. I think they'll be in the relegation fight, but I think they'll survive.
Ooh. I think Bournemouth will go down again.
I don't know.
I do.
I think Bournemouth could stay up. I
think Fulham will stay up.
I think looking at FPL for next season, Mark Travers is going to be my team from week 1 because I think he'll get a lot of save points.
Yeah, like a bit of Jose Sarr.
Yeah. Well, because they're shite at the back, especially if they sign Tyrone Mings, they'll be worse.
I think Fulham will be...
And I think they'll give away a lot of pens with Tyrone Mings. So
I think Fulham will be in the relegation fight but go down.
Interesting. I think it's very hard to call without seeing transfers.
Yeah.
Because if Fulham go and have
we'll do a proper predictions video at the start of the season.
Yeah. We'll wait for transfers and stuff. Because I'm not going to predict it now and then go, well, Chelsea went and signed fucking Mane somehow. And like...
Nottingham Forest have got Ronaldo. They are staying up.
I don't know, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
No, Ronaldo would probably help Forest a little bit. But... I'm excited to see Forest in the league again, back in the
really
top tier of English football.
I think we can have a good title fight between 4 teams. I'm
so
still
glad.
calling it.
I'm so glad we don't have to watch Huddersfield again. Come on,
so
absolute
boring. They go down every year. They're pointless. I'm so glad
if they'd have come up, bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Just confirm.
Danny Ward in goal.
Everyone's predictions: Huddersfield bottom, minus points if anything.
How would they do that?
Financial things, I don't know.
Crowd trouble.
Yeah.
Because they do have idiots.
They've just booed the whole 90 minutes after watching Carlos Corberan
footy,
but they just play it around the back.
I don't rate. I'm glad. I don't think they deserve to come out. I'm glad Forest are out.
Yeah. You see a lot of bang average Spanish managers get about one season, or like Spanish because look, you get
Forest manager?
European managers. You get like Marco Silva. Remember him at Fulham? He did, and Watford. He's just kind of journeyed around. He's now at Fulham, isn't he?
He's back.
Marco Silva. Yeah, I'll be interested to see because if they go down, he'll probably get sacked and go to Norwich. I don't know.
Got Scott Parker, who I think will do well there.
Yeah.
Prem experience.
Mind you, the last time he was there with Fulham, he just refused to play their best striker and went, well, we've gone down. I'm stunned.
He did it right.
We've refused to play the only bloke who can score, and now we haven't scored.
One thing I always remember about Scott Parker football is he got results against big sides. He got points at Chelsea. Yeah. Got points at Liverpool.
The fucking Charity FC, mate. We gave points to
you getting relegated? Have 3 points.
I think
you're going to miss out on Europe.
West Brom last season, Matthias Pereira got a hat-trick.
Callum Robinson and Matthias Pereira.
Yeah.
Ran riot.
Not Mark Goldbridge. What the hell is his name?
Dave McGoldrick. Chelsea
got a double last season.
Could genuinely win the league if they weren't a charity.
Brentford 4-1 this season. Absolutely stunning.
We've given United a win and a draw.
Yeah. Yeah, poor. 2 draws, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
1-1 both games. But, just... interesting. Yeah, relegation fight next season. I think Villa could be down there. They've got a strong squad, but Gerrard is shit.
No.
I think Leeds will struggle again, depending on the performances of Brendan Aronson. He'll either come in and be like one of the best players in the Premier League, or like just a massive, expensive flop. I really like Aronson, so I'm hoping it's the second one.
I think Leicester.
No, for the first one, sorry.
I think Leicester.
Really?
Yeah. I think Leicester. I think Southampton.
I think Rodgers wants a new job.
Yeah, Southampton will have a bad season, and then at the end of the season we'll look at the table and go, they were 13th.
No, again, well, they were 15th this year. I think Southampton might get relegated next season.
Yeah,
they're losing Breuer, who was their main source of goals.
They didn't lose 9-0 this year, so they're going to lose 9-0 next year at some point.
They lost 6-0 to Chelsea, which was a pretty big defeat.
Yeah, good point.
Considering how good Southampton was supposed to be. I think they'll end up losing Salisu in January.
Yeah,
possibly. Yeah. I just think I like Ralph Hasenhüttl, but And they have had a really good defence at times this season, but at others, they leak 6, 9, goals. It's just really ridiculous.
I've got nailed on top 10 in my head.
I think Southampton could be down.
Yeah.
Because if you look at some of the players in the squad, Redmond, Walcott, even like Romeu, Adam Armstrong, Che Adams.
They'd tear up the Championship. They'd destroy the Championship. They'd get
I think they get playoffs in the Championship. Without Ward-Prowse, I think Southampton would be in a lot of trouble.
They'd lose Livramento, they'd lose Ward-Prowse, they'd lose Walker-Peters, they'd lose Stevens, Bednarek. They might even lose...
Jack Stevens. I was thinking Stevens with a V in it, and I was like, who the Christ is he?
They'd probably lose Che Adams as well.
Who the fuck wants Che Adams? They spent 20 mil on Che Adams.
I don't know why they did that.
Who is just one of the most unproductive strikers. He doesn't produce. He just doesn't score. I don't know why they've stopped. I know obviously they've got to develop their talents, and Broy's only on loan, but Broy has done so much better in the limited games he's been given compared to others.
He genuinely is. I've just realised how on earth he played Premier League football.
And then he's their main striker. Him and Adam Armstrong.
Nathan Redmond's been playing left wing back.
I don't see how they stay up.
How was that team 15th? I don't.
Yeah, I think they could struggle next season. And then where else you got in the league?
I think
Burnley are already down.
Really well.
Everton, could go either way. Palace
Bottom.
Up there maybe.
Everton relegated.
I just don't see. It's going to take someone to have a shit season because there's a load of teams that I think are going to finish 7th.
Equally, I wouldn't have put Everton down there. Everton and Leeds down there this year.
Yeah, well, there's about 8 teams that I think could finish 7th. If you think Wolves, West Ham, Palace, Everton, Leicester, Villa.
I've got Leicester and Everton down the bottom.
Arsenal. I think United will be lower than that.
I still think it'll be Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and Tottenham for the league. I can see Tottenham and Napoli though being up there and then falling away at the end,
and then having to fight with Arsenal for 4th again. And then I think 6th, 7th kind of area will be 2 teams that we don't expect. So maybe a Villa and a Leicester or something like that.
I think Villa and Palace. I think Palace will get Conference League.
And then I think United will be around 8th or 9th, and everyone will be going into meltdown because Ten Hag's still trying to implement his style and teach Harry Maguire how to pass.
They'll get 8th, and then they'll be hoping that City win one of the top 4 win the cup. That's the thing. I think
8th doesn't get Europe anyway.
I call this now. I think Wolves will win the Carabao Cup.
What a random fucking prediction, but sure.
I just feel like it's because obviously there'll be 4 teams in the title race. I think they'll be so focused on the league that a team like Wolves or a Palace or like when Villa got to the final a few years ago.
I will say I do think this is the only chance we'll have for the next 5-10 years of a team other than Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, winning the league because of the World Cup. Because if you look at the Wolves side, if Portugal get knocked out early, they will win it.
Yeah, because they will win the league. Is just Portugal.
Exactly. And then
Connor Cody doesn't go.
Like Palace, they'll have Gurr. He might go. He won't play. Gallagher doesn't play for Palace. He's a Chelsea player.
Good point.
So
that is the thing. I said Palace would do well, but they'll lose.
Ivory Coast aren't going.
No.
I think they'll replace Gallagher. They've got Elise Etse.
Edouard won't go. I do think Benzema and Mbappe. I don't think Edouard's going to be there over Mbappe and Benzema.
Palace could have a good season next season because they won't be going to the World Cup. I think the World Cup could have a huge impact.
Palace or Wolves could win the FA Cup or something. That's the thing. I think Palace could get 9th, but if they win the FA Cup, they're into Europa League.
Yeah.
And then United would be crying because they would have got 8th and missed out on conference because.
And I think they'll get some big injuries in the World Cup because if you think about it, Shaw, Maguire, De Gea,
Maguire gets hit
Ronaldo, Bruno, Sancho. It'll only really be Ronaldo's
going to play every single game at the World Cup, and to think this season couldn't even play all the games for United.
And even if Scott McTominay, if Scotland don't go, it won't matter anyway.
I'm annoyed at the World Cup, but I do think it could throw a curveball into the Premier League.
Yeah, we could see Manchester United get relegated.
Who knows?
Mate, if Man United got relegated, that'd be the best thing ever. That'd be
so
good.
Would probably
explode.
Yeah,
there's a good chance it explodes. Right, I think we've already clocked up a bit over an hour.
We've
so
been for ages.
I know.
I think we've talked about everything.
Done a good pod.
We went from the Serie A to the Championship.
It's almost a season roundup and a look ahead at next season. I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of podcasts over the summer because we'll have time without many streams.
Everyone just does the Premier League table, but we could do a Serie A.
Yeah, we'll probably do all 5 leagues maybe.
Who are you going to put bottom of the Bundesliga?
Am I going to go for Gunter Firth or Hamburg?
VfL Bochum.
Yeah, I think they're down. I think Gunter Firth are also down. But
they're coming up this season.
Oh, are they? Hamburg.
Schalke are coming back up.
Yep. Hamburg could also be coming up if they win their promotion playoff game. I follow some cool German football dude on TikTok, and he tells me that. I don't know if they went up or not. They might.
Also, you can follow that cool German dude. Also follow us.
Yeah, he says it like Hamburg.
Hamburg.
He speaks like a German person does, surprisingly.
He can go hamburger.
Bloody hamburger, mate. They're doing good, they are. Right. Gunter, no, mate. They go Gunter. What the hell's one of them?
Gunter.
Yeah. Ginsters. Right. That's what we'll round up today. If you're obviously watching on YouTube, make sure to head on over to the Spotify. All the links for our other socials and stuff in
Post
the...
on them lot now, so make sure you go follow.
Yeah, in the thing down below.
It's actually worth it.
We do actually post things.
Content.
They're all linked in the description. If you're on Spotify, you'll have to head over to the YouTube. If you search the Football Chat, will probably be the first thing that comes up. We'll have a quick little sub update in case we've gone up like 9 since we started recording or something like that.
Turns out we're not going to put this podcast out on Wednesday, and we're going to put out a big celebration.
Currently on 476,
okay,
so 24 away from 500. If you haven't subscribed already,
by the end of May.
Make sure to. That is literally tomorrow.
Just realised this video will be out in June, so that's a no.
Good. Right, 476 is the time recording. Hopefully we can get to 500 soon. But yeah, thank you very much for watching / listening. See you next time.
See ya.